been here for 4 years and I never see somebody get that money. I think the most I've seen is probably like 200.
So how long does it take to purchase $1,000 in Powerball tickets? Well, here's a little history about the Powerball that you probably didn't know while we wait. So the very first Powerball drawing was on April the 22nd, 1992, and the total payout was $213 million. Now, in the beginning, only 13 states participated. Today, it's pretty much all the United States, they participate. But originally, this Powerball program was created to create some form of excitement in the lottery system. So that's why in the beginning, they had 13 states that jumped on board. Again, today, it's everyone. Now, just how hard is it to win the Powerball? Probably a lot harder than you realize. So you have better odds of being struck by lightning 292 times than winning the Powerball. Yes, the odds of being struck by lightning are less than 1 in a million. The odds of winning the Powerball are 1 in 292 million. So today was my very first Powerball purchase. And if I did another one, it had to be when I was like very, very young and it was $1. But something I just learned that I had no idea was you just have to get the numbers right. You don't have to get them in the right order. That to me was something that I had no idea about. Not sure if you know that as well. So how exactly does the lottery work? Well, it's pretty interesting. It's very similar to something that we would consider a 50-50 drawing for anyone who's ever been to a youth sporting event. You take 50% of the money and it goes to the pot. The other 50% goes back to the organization. Well, the same thing is true for the lottery. So whatever state your ticket is purchased in, 50% of that money goes back to the state itself. Now, the state can dictate how they allocate the funds. So, for example, in Colorado, they use some of the money for state park upkeep, things like that, roads, stuff like that. Others, they use them for purchasing school equipment, special education programs, and so on. I mean, the list is really vast. The lottery really does do a lot of good when it comes to funding for the local state area. But again, what the money is spent on really depends on the state. Okay, so now, what were the top 5 largest Powerball payouts in history? So number 5 was in January of 2021, and it was $1.1 billion. Number 4 was July of 2022, for $1.3 billion. Number 3 was in October of 2018 for $1.5 billion. So number 2 took place in January of 2016. It was $1.59 billion. This was the very first $1 billion lottery payout. And that brings us to number 1, which is tonight, which the lottery payout is going to be a minimum of $1.6 billion. So when I win tonight's lottery, just how much will I have to pay in taxes? Well, roughly $187.8 million. So needless to say, it's going to take either really small handwriting or a really big check to fit that many zeros in. So now you can thank me for saving you 5 minutes and $1,000 and buying your own tickets, because it's pretty clear I'm going to